Welcome back to Theodore. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of animals and their behaviors that might appear to challenge the laws of physics. While they don't exactly defy physics, these creatures have evolved unique adaptations that make us rethink our understanding of the natural world. Let's start with geckos, those incredible climbers. How do they manage to scale walls and ceilings with ease? It's all about the science of intermolecular forces and van der Waals interactions. Geckos possess the ability to grip and climb various surfaces due to a unique type of adhesion. Geckos, those rock stars of the animal kingdom, have a secret weapon. A grip so sticky that even Spider-Man would be impressed. And the key to this superpower? Nanotechnology? Yep, geckos are basically the OG nanotech pioneers. So, geckos can strut their stuff on walls, defy gravity, and even chill on glass surfaces without breaking a sweat. It's like they're auditioning for a new superhero movie, Gecko Man, The Wall-Crawling Chronicles. But how do they do it? The answer lies in their toe-tapping secret sauce, specialized nanoscale structures. It's like having a gazillion tiny sticky hairs on their feet, making them the ultimate climbers of the animal kingdom. It has inspired scientists to create new material with insane gripping properties.
Artificial gecko skin comes out of Professor Mark Kokoski's Stanford lab, and it has now been used on robotic grippers, on tiny robots that can pull way more than their weight, on a robot that floats around the International Space Station, and even enabling a person to scale a glass wall, Spider-Man style.
If we take a closer look, these images were created using an electron microscope, and they show us that a gecko toe pad is covered by 500,000 tiny hairs called setae. On an even closer inspection, each of those hairs is covered with hundreds of tiny bristles. They are called spatulas. Those tiny little bristles let the gecko toes make contact with the surface on the nanoscale. We're talking about a billionth of a meter. Now, when you think about climbing, you think about things like friction and gravity, but on the nanoscale, different forces take over than what we're used to, and this is where it gets awesome. Geckos can climb because the molecules in their feet are directly interacting with the molecules of what they are climbing on. That leads to a special kind of attractive force called van der Waals force. Now let's talk about their unstick move. Geckos aren't about that sticky foot 24/7 life. They've got places to go, bugs to catch, and walls to conquer. So when they decide it's time to move on, they release a magical anti-stick substance that frees their feet. It's like they're saying, "Stickiness, you served me well, but now I must be free." Next up, we have the hummingbirds, masters of mid-air stability. Their rapid wing beats and agile flight mechanics enable them to hover in ways that challenge our expectations of flying creatures. Hummingbirds have an incredible ability to hover in the air, which sets them apart from many other bird species. Hummingbirds have extremely rapid wing beats, often exceeding 50 times per second, depending on the species. This high-frequency wing movement creates enough lift to counteract the force of gravity. Instead of a simple up and down wing movement, hummingbirds use a figure-8 motion. They typically move their wings in a continuous, rapid, and roughly figure-8 shaped pattern. This motion allows them to maintain a stable position in the air while feeding on nectar from flowers. The figure-8 shape is a result of the hummingbird's wing joints and muscles working together to create a continuous flow of air over their wings, which generates lift and counteracts gravity. This allows them to generate lift during both the upstroke and the downstroke, providing continuous propulsion and stability. They fly more like an insect than like birds. Hummingbirds have a rotary joint at the shoulder that enables them to rotate their wings in a full circle. This flexibility allows them to adjust the angle of attack of their wings and generate lift from multiple angles. 25% of its body weight is made up of powerful chest muscles. It has one of the weirdest, most delicate, and longest-sized tongue in nature.
Imagine flying around with an enormous straw at the front of your head, and you had to aim that straw and get it into an exact spot to drink, and yet they're able to do it effortlessly.
It, however, requires a lot of energy to fuel this jet. It uses up so many calories that they have to drain nectar from 1,000 flowers every day just to keep their engines going. Ever wondered how cats always seem to land on their feet? It's their impressive cat-riding reflex. They twist their bodies mid-fall, using their flexible spine to align themselves with the ground. This feline acrobatics showcases their innate understanding of physics.
And by the way, the cat's turn during the fall is a violation of 2 of Newton's laws simultaneously, the first and the third. Let's start with the third law, an action equal to reaction. A cat can't just start spinning in the air, because if its upper body makes a move in one direction, the lower part will make the same turn to the other, according to Newton's third law. But then the first law, the energy conservation law, is also broken. Before landing, the cat somehow slows the spinning motion and just drops during the last part of its fall, having clearly aligned its paws downwards. So how is this possible?
Cat righting reflex, also known as the cat self-righting reflex, is a remarkable behavior observed in cats that allows them to reorient themselves while falling through the air, enabling them to land on their feet. This reflex is an adaptation that has evolved to help cats minimize injuries from falls.
Arches his back. Next, he fully twists his front legs, whilst his rear turns in the opposite direction. To complete the turn, he twists his rear legs whilst his front turns in the opposite direction. Once again, he arches his back to reduce the force of impact.
So, your cat takes the leap of faith, and what does its inner ear do? It signals to the brain that, hey, gravity just threw a curveball. It's like Fluffy's own personal alarm system, beeping fall detected, time to strut some air moves. When a cat falls from a height, its inner ear senses changes in gravity and the direction of the fall. This information is transmitted to the cat's brain, helping it determine its orientation in midair. As soon as the cat detects that it is falling, it rapidly twists its body in midair. This twisting motion helps the cat align its body with its head facing downward. Once the cat has twisted its body, it arches its back to create a curve. This arching allows the cat to spread out its body and increase air resistance, which slows down its descent. All right, let's address the elephant in the room. Or should I say, the bumblebee in the air. There's a long-standing myth that bumblebees defy the laws of physics and aerodynamics, as their chunky bodies and comparatively small wings seem to challenge their ability to fly. But fear not, science has the answers. Bumblebees' wings are truly marvels of nature. Unlike most insects that have thin, transparent wings, bumblebees' wings are relatively small in proportion to their body size. However, it's their unique wing structure and flapping frequency that enables their aerial acrobatics. When a bumblebee flaps its wings, it goes through both an upstroke and a downstroke. During the downstroke, the wings move downward and slightly backward, generating the main thrust required for flight. The upstroke is equally crucial, as it allows the wings to reset for the next powerful downstroke. One of the key reasons bumblebees can fly despite their seemingly inefficient wing size is the flexibility of their wings. Their wings bend and twist during each flap, which actually helps them create vortices of air that enhance lift. This phenomenon is similar to resonance, where the wing's natural frequency aligns with the frequency of the vortices, resulting in more efficient flight. Another remarkable feature of bumblebee flight is their rapid flapping rate. They beat their wings incredibly fast, around 200 times per second. This high frequency, combined with the wing flexibility and unique stroke pattern, allows bumblebees to generate sufficient lift and remain airborne, so that they can drink that nectar however long they want. Cuttlefish, the artists of disguise. Their remarkable camouflage skills involve rapidly changing skin color and texture. This intricate dance of light manipulation showcases their ability to play with optics. Today, we're diving into the deep blue to uncover the wacky world of cuttlefish, the ocean's very own undercover agents. At the heart of cuttlefish camouflage lies the chromatophores, specialized skin cells containing pigment sacs. By expanding or contracting these sacs, cuttlefish can instantly change their color to blend seamlessly with their surroundings. Cuttlefish possess an astonishing control over their chromatophores. They can produce a mesmerizing display of colors, patterns, and even mimic the appearance of other marine animals to either hide from predators or ambush prey. But that's not all. Cuttlefish also have reflective cells called iridophores, which manipulate light to create shimmering effects. This further enhances their camouflage, making them appear like ripples of light or other marine phenomena. Camouflage isn't just about color. They've got these little muscle thingies called papillae that can turn them from suave, smooth operators to spiky secret agents. They can raise bumps and ridges, or even create a velvety appearance to match the texture of their surroundings. Cuttlefish don't just copy a single pattern, they adapt to changing environments. Their camouflage abilities are incredibly versatile, allowing them to match a range of surroundings, from coral reefs to sandy bottoms. If you're as amazed as I am by these wacky, squishy shapeshifters, hit that like button like it's a hungry seagull, and subscribe faster than a cuttlefish can change its outfit. Drop your thoughts, funny puns, and any other fashionistas you'd like us to cover in the comments below.